Have you ever tucked yourself into bed, feeling perfectly fine, only to wonder if the habits you've held on to for years might be silently putting your life at risk? Picture this: a 72-year-old grandfather in Chicago, laughing with his family over dinner, kissing his wife goodnight, and slipping into bed, never to wake again. A sudden heart attack stole him away, leaving his loved ones shattered, with no warning signs, no major illnesses, just a routine night that turned tragic. The chilling truth is that after 70, everyday bedtime habits, ones you might not even think twice about, can become deadly, increasing your risk of strokes, heart attacks, and sudden death. In the United States, where heart disease claims 700,000 lives yearly, and poor sleep habits double stroke risk for seniors, what you do before bed can mean the difference between waking up refreshed or not waking up at all. In this video, we're exposing 7 shocking bedtime habits you must avoid after 70. Habits so common, you're likely doing at least one tonight. From eating late to scrolling on your phone, these. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you like this video. You can help me continue to spread the old age lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like this video, please comment number 1. If you don't like it, comment number 0 to let me know so I can make a better video for you. Now, let's get started. Habit number 1, devouring heavy meals too close to bedtime. The Midnight Metabolism Massacre. Imagine Mary, a 75-year-old widow living in a cozy Florida condo, savoring her nightly ritual of a heaping plate of spaghetti carbonara while binge-watching her favorite drama series. One fateful evening, after her indulgent meal, she experienced an unsettling tightness in her chest but dismissed it as indigestion. Tragically, hours later, she suffered a massive stroke in her sleep, leaving her family devastated. This scenario is all too common among seniors, as the habit of eating heavy meals close to bedtime can transform a seemingly harmless indulgence into a life-threatening risk. For those over 70, the digestive system slows dramatically at night, struggling to process large meals. This creates a cascade of physiological stress that can silently wreak havoc on the body. Scientific evidence underscores the danger. A 2021 study published in Circulation found that consuming large meals late at night increases the risk of cardiovascular disease by a staggering 55% in seniors. Heavy meals cause blood sugar spikes and elevate insulin levels, forcing the heart to work harder when it should be resting. This is particularly concerning in the United States, where the CDC reports that 40% of adults over 65 are obese, amplifying the strain on the cardiovascular system. Late-night eating also exacerbates gastroesophageal reflux disease, GERD, which affects approximately 20 million seniors in the U.S. alone. GERD can lead to severe complications like aspiration pneumonia, a lung infection caused by inhaling food or stomach acid, claiming thousands of lives annually. According to the National Institutes of Health, the physiological mechanisms are alarming. When you eat a heavy meal late, digestion diverts significant blood flow from vital organs like the heart and brain to the stomach and intestines. This increases blood pressure and promotes blood clotting, both of which heighten the risk of heart attacks and strokes. A Harvard Medical School study revealed that individuals who eat late at night have a 42% higher likelihood of obesity, which further compounds cardiovascular risks. For seniors, whose metabolic efficiency declines with age, these effects are even more pronounced, turning a late-night feast into a ticking time bomb. Emotionally, the impact is profound. Families are left grappling with grief and the haunting question of whether the tragedy could have been prevented. Solution: to safeguard your health, aim to finish your last meal of the day at least 3 to 4 hours before bedtime. This allows your body ample time to digest and enter a restorative sleep state. Instead of heavy dishes, opt for light, heart-healthy snacks popular in the U.S., such as apple slices paired with a tablespoon of natural peanut butter or a small serving of Greek yogurt with berries. According to American Heart Association (AHA) guidelines, adopting this habit can reduce stroke risk by up to 30% by minimizing overnight metabolic stress. By prioritizing earlier, lighter meals, you'll wake up feeling energized, with a heart primed for a longer, healthier life. Habit number 2. Gulping down too much fluid before lights out. The nocturnal nightmare that steals lives. Consider John, a 71-year-old Vietnam War veteran from Texas, who took pride in his disciplined hydration routine. Every evening, he drinks several glasses of water to stay healthy, unaware that this habit was setting the stage for disaster. One night, his frequent bathroom trips led to a dizzying fall in the dark, resulting in a fatal head injury. This tragedy highlights the dangers of excessive fluid intake before bedtime, a habit that triggers nocturia, frequent nighttime urination. According to the National Institute on Aging, nocturia affects over 50% of U.S. seniors over 70, disrupting sleep and increasing the risk of catastrophic falls. The science behind this is sobering. As we age, the bladder's capacity and efficiency decline, making it less able to handle large fluid volumes at night. Drinking too much before bed overwhelms the system, forcing seniors to wake multiple times to urinate. Each trip to the bathroom carries a significant fall risk, with the CDC reporting that nocturia contributes to 1.5 million emergency room visits annually for fall-related injuries among seniors. Fractures from these falls, particularly hip fractures, triple the risk of mortality within a year. Beyond physical injuries, nocturia disrupts deep sleep, resetting melatonin production and weakening the immune system. A Cleveland Clinic study links chronic nocturia to a 43% increased risk of cognitive decline and dementia in older adults, as sleep deprivation takes a toll on brain health. Additionally, frequent awakenings elevate blood pressure and stress hormones, increasing the likelihood of overnight heart attacks. The emotional toll is equally devastating. Seniors with nocturia often feel exhausted and irritable, losing the vitality that defines a fulfilling retirement. Families watch helplessly as their loved ones become frail and dispirited, robbed of restful sleep by a preventable habit. In the U.S., where 30% of seniors report sleep disturbances, this issue is a public health crisis hiding in plain sight. Solution: to mitigate these risks, focus on hydrating earlier in the day. Aim to consume 6 to 8 glasses of water by mid-afternoon, tapering off as evening approaches. If you feel thirsty at night, take small sips of caffeine-free herbal tea, such as chamomile, to minimize bladder irritation. Avoid diuretics like alcohol and caffeinated beverages, which exacerbate nocturia. Research from the Journal of Urology indicates that these adjustments can reduce nighttime urination episodes by up to 50%, promoting safer, deeper sleep and significantly lowering the risk of falls and cardiovascular strain. By adopting this strategy, you'll protect both your body and your peace of mind. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Habit number 3, cranking up the heat in your bedroom. The overheating heart hazard. Picture Sarah, a 78-year-old retiree in New York, who loved cozying up under heavy blankets in her overly warm 75 degrees Fahrenheit bedroom. One humid summer night, she woke drenched in sweat, struggling to breathe, and collapsed from a heat-induced heart strain that proved fatal for seniors across the U.S., where extreme weather events are increasingly common. Sleeping in an overheated bedroom is a dangerous habit. The National Institute on Aging warns that bedroom temperatures exceeding 70 degrees Fahrenheit, especially in humid conditions, increase the risk of heat-related illnesses by 70% in older adults. These conditions, including dehydration and heat exhaustion, thicken the blood and elevate the risk of clots, heart attacks, and strokes. The science is stark. Aging impairs the body's ability to regulate temperature, making seniors particularly vulnerable to overheating. Elevated bedroom temperatures spike cortisol levels, stressing arteries and increasing blood pressure. A Harvard study found that sleeping in warm environments reduces deep restorative sleep by 25%, forcing the heart to work harder to cool the body. This added strain significantly increases cardiovascular risks. According to the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, heat waves claim approximately 1,300 lives annually in the U.S., with seniors being disproportionately affected, often during sleep. The emotional impact is profound. Overheating leaves seniors waking groggy, fatigued, and vulnerable, stripping away the energy needed for an active, fulfilling life. Solution: to create a safer sleep environment, maintain your bedroom temperature between 60 to 67 degrees Fahrenheit, as recommended by the National Sleep Foundation. Use breathable linens, such as cotton sheets, and consider a fan to improve air circulation. These adjustments enhance melatonin production, improve circulation, and reduce cardiovascular strain by up to 20%, according to sleep research. By keeping your bedroom cool, you'll wake refreshed, with a lower risk of heat-related complications and a heart that's better equipped to handle the day. Habit number 4, dozing in the wrong position. The positional peril that chokes your heart. Robert, a 76-year-old retiree in California, was a lifelong back sleeper who unknowingly battled undiagnosed sleep apnea. One night, his labored breathing led to a cardiac arrest that he didn't survive. For seniors over 70, sleeping position can be a matter of life and death. Back sleeping, in particular, is risky because gravity causes the tongue and soft tissues to collapse into the airway, increasing the likelihood of obstructive sleep apnea, a condition affecting 20 million U.S. seniors. According to the AHA, untreated apnea doubles the risk of heart failure and significantly increases stroke risk. Similarly, sleeping on the right side can compress the heart, especially in those with pre-existing conditions, reducing circulatory efficiency, as noted by Johns Hopkins Medicine. The physiological impact is profound. During back sleeping, apneic events, pauses in breathing, trigger adrenaline surges that strain blood vessels and elevate blood pressure. Over time, this contributes to atherosclerosis and heart disease. The Mayo Clinic recommends left-side sleeping, which optimizes blood flow to the heart and reduces acid reflux, a common issue for seniors. Emotionally, the toll of sleep apnea is immense. Waking up gasping for air breeds anxiety and fear, while families mourn losses that could have been prevented with simple positional changes. Solution: transition to sleeping on your left side, using a body pillow to maintain alignment and prevent rolling onto your back. Elevating your head slightly with a pillow can further open airways, reducing apnea episodes by up to 50%. According to sleep studies, these changes promote heart-healthy rest, improve oxygen delivery, and significantly lower the risk of cardiovascular events, ensuring safer, more restorative sleep. Habit number 5, scrolling on screens before bed. The blue light brain saboteur. Linda, a 73-year-old in Seattle, doom-scrolled nightly only to suffer insomnia, hypertension, and a stroke. Blue light from devices suppresses melatonin by 22%, per Harvard Health, delaying sleep onset by hours in seniors. A JAMA study links bedtime screen use to shorter sleep, raising CVD risk by 30% in older adults. Explosive truth: it mimics daylight, disrupting circadian rhythms, with U.S. seniors averaging 2 hours nightly exposure, per the Sleep Foundation. Emotionally, it's the loneliness amplified by fatigue. Instead, ditch screens 1 hour pre-bed. Read a book. Use blue light filters if needed. This restores natural sleep, cutting risks dramatically. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Habit number 6, sipping caffeine or alcohol as a nightcap. The stimulant sleep assassin. For countless individuals, particularly older adults, the evening ritual of savoring a steaming cup of coffee or a glass of wine feels like a well-deserved moment of solace, a way to unwind after the demands of the day. However, beneath the surface of this comforting habit lies a silent threat to sleep quality and overall health, with potentially life-altering repercussions, especially for seniors. Consider the case of George, a 74-year-old retiree from Ohio, who cherished his nightly routine of an espresso after dinner, followed by a glass of Merlot while watching the evening news. Over months and years, this habit began to fragment his sleep, causing him to wake frequently and struggle to fall back asleep. The cumulative effect of this chronic sleep deprivation took a devastating toll, contributing to a fatal cardiac arrhythmia. George's story is a stark reminder of how seemingly innocuous choices can cascade into serious health consequences, particularly for older adults whose bodies are more vulnerable to disruptions. Scientific evidence paints a clear picture of why caffeine and alcohol are such potent sleep saboteurs. Research consistently shows that consuming caffeine within 6 hours of bedtime can reduce total sleep time by approximately 1 hour, as its stimulant properties keep the brain and body in a state of heightened alertness. The National Sleep Foundation further notes that alcohol, often mistaken for a sleep aid due to its initial sedative effects, disrupts rapid eye movement, REM, sleep by up to 50%. REM sleep is critical for cognitive functions like memory consolidation, emotional regulation, and even physical restoration. For seniors, the stakes are even higher. Age-related declines in liver and kidney function slow the metabolism of both caffeine and alcohol, meaning their effects linger longer in the body. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, adds another layer of concern, reporting that alcohol consumption doubles the risk of falls in older adults, a danger exacerbated by the impaired coordination and balance that accompany poor sleep. Falls are a leading cause of injury and hospitalization among seniors, making this a critical consideration. Delving deeper into the physiological mechanisms, both caffeine and alcohol act as diuretics, leading to dehydration that can intensify sleep disturbances and place additional strain on the cardiovascular system. Caffeine, a central nervous system stimulant, elevates heart rate and blood pressure, counteracting the body's natural wind-down process. Even a single cup of coffee in the late afternoon can keep the nervous system primed for action when it should be preparing for rest. Alcohol, while initially calming, disrupts the sleep cycle more insidiously. Its sedative effects wear off as the body metabolizes it, often causing middle-of-the-night awakenings and a significant reduction in restorative REM and deep sleep stages. The American Heart Association, AHA, underscores the broader implications. Poor sleep quality is linked to a 45% increased risk of heart disease in older adults, as fragmented sleep prevents the heart from entering its critical recovery phase overnight. This chronic stress on the cardiovascular system can contribute to hypertension, arrhythmias, and even heart failure over time. The emotional toll of this habit is equally significant. For many seniors, the temporary relaxation offered by a nightcap becomes a crutch, masking underlying stress or anxiety, but ultimately creating a vicious cycle of dependency. The resulting sleep deprivation can lead to daytime fatigue, irritability, and difficulty concentrating, which may spiral into feelings of frustration, hopelessness, or even depression. This emotional burden can erode quality of life, making it harder to engage in social activities, maintain relationships, or pursue hobbies. For George, the inability to achieve restful sleep left him feeling trapped, as the very beverages he turned to for comfort were quietly undermining his health and well-being. To break free from this cycle and protect both sleep and heart health, experts offer clear guidance. Caffeine should be avoided afternoon, as its half-life, up to 8 hours in older adults, can keep the body stimulated well into the night. Similarly, alcohol consumption should cease at least 3 hours before bedtime to minimize its disruptive effects on sleep architecture. Instead of relying on these substances, seniors can turn to calming alternatives that promote relaxation without the harmful side effects. Chamomile tea, for instance, contains apigenin, a natural compound with mild sedative properties that can enhance sleep quality. Other options include warm milk, which is rich in tryptophan, an amino acid that supports serotonin production, or a small snack like a banana or a handful of almonds, both of which can stabilize blood sugar and promote relaxation. These simple swaps not only preserve restorative sleep, but also reduce the risk of falls and cardiovascular strain, fostering a sense of empowerment and control over one's nightly routine. By making these intentional changes, seniors can safeguard their physical and emotional health, ensuring their evenings remain a time of true rest and rejuvenation. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Habit number 7, pushing intense workouts right before bed. The adrenaline overload that backfires. Exercise is universally celebrated as a cornerstone of healthy aging, offering benefits like improved cardiovascular health, enhanced mobility, and a boost in mood and energy. However, for older adults, the timing of exercise can make the difference between reaping these rewards and inadvertently sabotaging sleep and health. Emily, a 72-year-old from Arizona, was a dedicated fitness enthusiast who believed her late-night gym sessions were the key to staying strong and tiring herself out for bed. In reality, these intense workouts left her body in a state of heightened arousal, delaying her ability to fall asleep and leading to chronic exhaustion. Over time, the cumulative stress of poor sleep contributed to heart complications, as her body struggled to recover from the physical and emotional toll of her misaligned routine. Research published in Nature confirms that high-intensity exercise performed in the evening can delay sleep onset by at least 30 minutes, particularly in older adults whose autonomic nervous systems are less adaptable to such disruptions. This delay can disrupt the delicate balance of the body's circadian rhythm, with serious implications for long-term health. To understand why late-night workouts backfire, it's essential to explore the physiological changes they trigger. Vigorous exercise, whether it's a spin class, weightlifting, or a brisk run, elevates core body temperature, increases heart rate, and stimulates the release of cortisol and adrenaline, hormones that prepare the body for action rather than rest. These effects can persist for hours, clashing with the body's natural evening wind-down process, which relies on a drop in core temperature and a shift toward parasympathetic nervous system dominance, the rest and digest state. A study from Monash University highlights that evening exercise can reduce sleep efficiency, the percentage of time spent asleep while in bed by disrupting the transition into deep and REM sleep stages. For older adults, whose circadian rhythms are already less robust due to age-related changes in melatonin production and autonomic function, this disruption can be particularly pronounced. In the U.S., where national health surveys indicate that approximately 60% of seniors exercise irregularly, proper timing is critical to maximizing the benefits of physical activity without compromising sleep. The American Heart Association emphasizes that while regular exercise is vital for cardiovascular health, reducing the risk of heart attack, stroke, and hypertension, it must be timed thoughtfully. Evening workouts, especially those that are high intensity, can counteract these benefits by preventing the heart from entering its restorative phase during sleep. Poor sleep is a known risk factor for cardiovascular disease, as it increases inflammation, elevates blood pressure, and impairs glucose metabolism, all of which strain the heart over time. For seniors, the stakes are even higher, as age-related declines in cardiovascular resilience make recovery from sleep disruptions more challenging. Emotionally, the consequences can be just as profound. Seniors like Emily often invest significant effort in staying active, motivated by a desire to maintain independence and vitality. When these efforts lead to sleepless nights and fatigue, the result can be a sense of frustration, discouragement, and even guilt, as their good intentions seem to backfire. This emotional toll can sap motivation, making it harder to maintain a consistent exercise routine or engage in other health-promoting behaviors. To optimize the benefits of exercise while protecting sleep, experts recommend scheduling workouts in the morning or early afternoon when the body is naturally more alert and can capitalize on the endorphin boost without interfering with nighttime rest. Morning exercise, in particular, aligns with the body's circadian rhythm, enhancing alertness during the day and promoting deeper sleep at night. For those who can only exercise in the evening, swapping high-intensity workouts for gentler activities like restorative yoga, stretching, or a leisurely walk can make a significant difference. These low-impact practices help lower cortisol levels, reduce muscle tension, and signal to the body that it's time to relax. Incorporating mindfulness techniques, such as deep breathing or progressive muscle relaxation, can further enhance the calming effects of an evening routine. Research suggests that optimizing exercise timing can reduce cardiovascular risks by up to 25% in older adults, offering a practical and achievable path to better health. By making strategic adjustments, eliminating evening caffeine and alcohol, and shifting intense workouts to earlier in the day, seniors can protect their sleep, support their cardiovascular health, and reclaim the restorative rest their bodies need to thrive. These changes, though simple, require intention and discipline. But the rewards, a renewed sense of vitality, emotional balance, and physical resilience, are well worth the effort. For older adults striving to age gracefully, these habits pave the way for nights of deep, rejuvenating sleep and days filled with energy and purpose. And there you have it, 7 bedtime habits that could be silently stealing your health after 70. But now you're armed with the knowledge to fight back and reclaim restful, life-giving sleep. From ditching heavy late-night meals to cooling your bedroom and switching to your left side, these small changes can mean the difference between waking up energized or not waking up at all. Reflect for a moment. Which of these habits hit home for you? What's one thing you've learned today that you're ready to put into practice to protect your health and live longer for those you love? Drop a comment below and share it with us. Your insights inspire others, and we'd love to hear how you're taking charge of your nights. If you found this video eye-opening, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more life-saving tips to thrive in your golden years. Here's to healthier nights and brighter mornings. See you in the next video.